why teaching? Why is that important? Welcome back into Mornings on Main Street, Southern Middle Tennessee. I'm Chris Yow. Scott Stewart coming your way here in just a moment with more from Giles County. Got a fantastic show lined up for you today as we have so much going on in and around Southern Middle Tennessee. So I want to tell you about, we've got an interview with Joanne McClellan of the African American Heritage Society of Maury County. She's going to be talking about an event that they have coming up this weekend. We've also got an interview with the mayor of Ardmore, Alabama and Tennessee. It's a really unique place, so you're going to want to stick around for that as well. We've also got much more, including the wrap. This week's Main Street Maury, you can find a front page story about right where I'm standing, the Blue Star Memorial Highway. A new dedication was held on Saturday, and the event here at Columbia Fire Station 5. Fantastic stuff there, and you'll have a full story on that in the paper, as well as a video online shortly as well. We've also got an update on the Maury County third graders and the test that determines whether or not third graders are retained or require summer school or tutoring. So you can find that on the front page. Also, an event held last week honoring fallen law enforcement officers in Columbia. There's a story on that. You can also find Spring Hill, Boma, as well as a fantastic event down in Santa Fe celebrating 100 years of Santa Fe unit schools. So all of that and much more in this week's Main Street Maury. I'm going to send it down to Scott Stewart right now. He's going to tell you what's in the Pulaski Citizen.
Hey, good morning. Scott Stewart with you here, and this is the Pulaski Citizen Wrap for this week. Pri Patel is this week's Citizen Spotlight. He is Giles County High School valedictorian. Last week we had Richardson valedictorian. This week we have Giles County's. Also on the front page this week, a lawsuit is being threatened concerning the revocation of a reservation to use the courthouse gazebo on June the 3rd. It's a story we've been covering since about February, March here on the Pulaski Citizen. And there's an update this week in a lawsuit being threatened to be filed and an injunction possibly to be filed and to stop the revocation of a reservation. More details have been released on last Thursday's shootout in which a Giles County deputy's ballistic vest saved his life. It's a shootout up near Linville, and we had a lot of coverage on that last week. The Pulaski Citizen has more information this week. Thursday, the County Commission's Budget Committee will have an all-day session to hash out the 23-24 fiscal year budget. It'll be an all-day affair and even go into Friday if necessary. It's EMS week this week, a time to honor our emergency medical personnel. We've got a little feature on the front page about that. Our local high school seniors will be graduating, and PCL will stream both graduations. Richland will be at 7 p.m. Thursday, and Giles County High School will be at 7 p.m. Friday. You can find that on all of our social media outlets. Also coming up on Pulaski Citizen Live will be the Giles County Memorial Day program. That'll be Monday, May 29th at 10 a.m. The event will be held at Sherwood Amphitheater, also on Pulaski Citizen Live social media outlets. 3 big auction ads in this week's paper, along with the backward glances, the General Sessions Court docket, property transfers, obituaries, fun and games, our bi-weekly realtors feature, and the Pulaski Citizen is packed and stacked this week. So get you a copy. They're available right now, right here at the Pulaski Citizen office. If you want to get them across town, you can get them at markets across town beginning today. And if you want to get a subscription, call us at 363-3544. That is the wrap for the Pulaski Citizen this week. We will be back right after this.
Having a good, confident smile and being able to portray that positivity to others is really helpful.
A professional family atmosphere is what we get every time we come here.
Our hygienists do a better job at kind of assessing mouths and coming up with plans than most dentists do.
They're very kind and they're very aware of other people.
I think if there's things that I would want you to leave here with, I want you to feel like you were heard, that we listened to you, and I want you to feel like that your concerns were addressed.
Attend Attention Tennessee homeowners, we want to buy your house. Hi, we are Real Property Solutions, a local real estate investing group. We pay cash for all types of property, so you walk away with more money in your pocket because we eliminate any fees, closing costs, and commissions. Now the best part, we can buy your house as is, meaning you don't have to do a thing to your property. You get to take what you want, leave what you don't, and don't even worry about cleaning. We close on your timeline, whether that's 7 days or 70 days. Interested in selling? Just give us a call and we'll come out to your property and quote you a cash offer within 24 hours. Please call 615-527-8750. That's 615-527-8750.
Welcome in. We're in Ardmore, and I'm with Mayor Mike Magnusson of Ardmore, Tennessee. And just real quick for you guys that are out there that don't know a whole lot about Ardmore, Ardmore has the distinction of being a town that is located in 2 states and 4 counties. It's really an interesting place, and Ardmore has always been one of my favorite towns. And I've started, Mayor, you may not know this, but I started my journalistic career covering the Ardmore City Council. So I'm with Mayor Mike Magnusson. There's a lot to say about Ardmore, and I know that he's ready because he knows all about it, and he's going to tell you what's great about Ardmore.
Scott, thank you for coming down, and I got a lot to tell you because we're so happy. The first item that we'll go ahead and talk to you about is our new helicopter,
Yes.
Flight 20, and it's good for the residents, it's good for the county, it's good for the state, and they can fly all over. They cover a territory from Nashville to Birmingham, basically.
Okay.
And they service Huntsville Hospital, Murray County, Vanderbilt, St. Thomas, and whatnot. And we're fortunate to have them located right here, right down the street from City Hall.
Yeah, we just cut the ribbon on that place.
We just cut the ribbon, and we were so fortunate to get them. And one of the reasons we did get them is because of the location. We're in between Columbia and Huntsville, Alabama, and they foresee a lot of potential here, and we were very happy to have them.
2 of the fastest growing cities in the country, right? Columbia and Huntsville.
That's correct.
And here's Ardmore right in the middle of it. And what has that meant for you guys so far?
It just means so much to us because we got people coming through town. They're stopping, they're getting something to eat, and they're filling up with gas and buying some stuff from merchants. So you can't put a price on traffic. No. Sometimes it gets to be a little problem, but at least we've got things coming in, it helps with our revenue, the word that we can continue improving the city.
And that includes, and a lot of that also helps you provide the services that Ardmore provide. Right. And you're also about to do some major work on your water and sewer treatment facilities. Am I right?
That's correct. We've been working very hard to do that because when I became mayor in 2019, my first priority was to help improve these water and sewer because you've got to have those because people building houses, you've got to have it. You've got to have it for businesses that's wanting to come here and build. So we're working hard to get that fixed up. And we are going to be working jointly with Alabama and trying to get our treatment plant up to code and can take on other customers.
Right.
But here in town, we're getting ready to have a real good expansion on, not expansion, but improve the infrastructure that we already have.
Got a huge grant, right?
Yes, sir, and that's almost ready to get started here. So when I say get started, it'll be to where we'll pick what we need to do and get the engineers out, come in and get it done, because we've got to have this done by 2026. Yeah. So we've got a small window here, but it's a great opportunity, and we're going to try to do the best we can with what we got.
Yeah, and y'all got, correct me if I'm wrong, but I know y'all have got businesses that have come in recently that you're adding, and I'm pretty sure you got some residential stuff that you're wanting to get done that you're almost kind of having to wait for this to get it done, right?
That's correct.
And so, I mean, you're growing, and you're really trying to catch up to where the growth is getting you to.
You're exactly right, and that's what we're trying to do because we're kind of in a holding pattern right now.
Yeah.
Until we get some of this done.
But you want to make sure you do it right, and that's what you're trying to do here.
It's got to be done right.
Yeah.
And so's the future won't have to deal with what we've had to go through to get started.
Right.
Yes.
And just a lot of stuff going on, as Mayor told before we turned the camera on. You know, just said a lot going on for us, for kind of a small little town. But it's not just a small town, Mayor. It's a town that's growing. Talk about what you hear from people that are coming here, why they're coming here, even businesses as well.
Because it's a good location. The people are friendly.
Yeah.
And they want to just come to a quiet place and build their house and retire and have a good time. And then we're just about 20 miles from Huntsville, Alabama.
Right.
And we're about 15 from Athens. The new Toyota plant that's come here, Mazda Toyota.
Yes, sir.
We have a lot of people work there, and that's just about a 20-minute drive to work.
Right. Yeah.
And then they get out of work and they come up here and it's peaceful and quiet, and they just enjoy it. North Alabama is growing so fast that they're beginning to get houses real close together.
Yes, sir.
Here our lots are bigger, and they like to have extra things they can do and get out in the yard and backyard and play with the kids and barbecue and just have a good time.
Of course, and we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about you. You got a great police department, great fire department.
Since I have been the mayor and working with both sides, Alabama and Tennessee, we came up and we've got a real good police department now.
Yeah.
We hired a good qualified police chief from the city of Pulaski.
Right.
And he has worked out good, and he's changed the whole personality of the police department in Ardmore. I can tell a big difference. I'm so happy about that. One other thing while we're talking, I want to say something is because he speaks about the county.
Yes, sir.
We're right here on the tip end, but we have such a good workmanship with the Giles County people.
Yeah.
Kyle Hilton, Barry Hyatt, Steve Kelly, Graham Stoll, and our past commissioner. We've always had real good help from them, yep. And we certainly do appreciate him. Representative Clay Doggett, State Senator, Dr. Joey Hensley. We need anything, they're willing to help us out.
Yeah, so hey, come down to Ardmore. Just take that from me. And if you stop here in City Hall, you're very likely to see Mayor Magnusson. If not, he's probably out there working somewhere,
yes,
right?
That's correct. That's correct.
Hey, thank y'all for watching in. Thank you, Mayor, for letting me join you today.
Thank you, Scott, for coming to Ardmore. Thank you.
Thank you.
Custom Stone Handler supplies over 600 distributors and suppliers with quality stone products. Along with River Stone, we produce and distribute over 100 building, landscape, and other bulk products. Our goal is to provide quality products, service, and partnerships to ensure our customers' success. We firmly believe that the measure of any person or company is how they treat other people and customers. Give them a call at 931-490-4990 or visit CustomStonehandlers.com. Good morning, folks, and welcome back to Mornings on Main Street here in southern Middle Tennessee. I'm Chris Yow, and this morning I am joined by Joanne McClellan of the African American Heritage Society of Maury County. And they have a big event coming up this weekend, and we are going to tell you all about it. Thanks for joining me, Joanne.
Thank you for inviting me.
We're so excited about this event because it's going to be a lot of fun, and hopefully the weather's going to play really nice with us. It looks like it's going to, so that's exciting. Tell us a little bit about the African American Heritage Society of Maury County. What is the purpose of this organization?
Well, when I moved back here, I started researching my family history, and in doing that, I saw so much of Maury County's African American history that's not been told, not been written about. So in 2012, I decided to start the organization, and the whole purpose is the preservation of African American history. Just any way of getting the history out in the public view. Now, with this project, in 2014, we identified in our strategic plan the need for a museum and cultural center. So since 2014, we have been trying to, number one, do the research and then build a reputation such that people will understand that we're serious and know that if they donate to us, they're bound to get something. So we have been building our reputation as a preservation organization such that once we start our capital campaign and start asking for donations, people will be willing to donate. As a result of building the reputation, we have received several historic preservation awards, one from the state, several from the county of the Maury County Historical Society. We have been invited to participate on state level boards. In fact, I served on a state level board recently to document the Rosenwald Schools of Maury County, and that information will be featured in an exhibit at the state level in June. Yes. We also, because of our reputation, I think we were selected to host an exhibit from the Smithsonian, and we'll be hosting that exhibit starting August. And we serve on we serve on another state level board that deals with the Civil War. In fact, I was contacted by the National Civil War Trails Organization to suggest someone to put on a Civil War Trails marker. And we will be placing a Civil War Trails marker on East 8th Street sometimes next year, hopefully.
Wow.
So
that's huge. That is, a lot of people don't realize that the Civil War Trail is one of the largest tourism benefactors in all of the country. I mean, it's one of the top across the country. So getting a Civil War Trails marker here in Columbia will be a huge deal, and a lot of people will be coming through Columbia to see that. And then they'll make their way to Spring Hill through Ripavilla and then up to Martin Place and that sort of thing. So that is a phenomenal.
What they did was they changed the focus a bit and wanted to include African Americans who were Civil War soldiers. Sure. They came back to participate in community building. And we had such of a person here, and he built 2 churches on East 8th Street. He had a barrel-shaped home on East 8th Street. Plus, he and former slaves established something called the Richland Creek Baptist Association. There was a unified group of churches that were formed by former slaves. So he has a rich history here in Maury County. So
one of the things that you and I talked about when I first reached out to you was about how important it was to you to not focus on. There's a lot of negative around African Americans and the South, and there's a lot that you could focus on. But what you have chosen to do is find those who made a positive impact in their community, and that seems like a really big deal for you guys. Why is that so important?
Because there's more positive than negative.
Sure.
Why should we focus on the negative? A lot of people like to focus on the Columbia race riot. It happened, yes, it did. But look at the people, the ordinary people that did extraordinary things to build this community from the time this county was formed in 1807 to now. Mm-hmm. So why focus on that little 8 months, 9 months, 2 days, however long it was, and not focus on the positive history? And I tell you, for every bit of negative history that we have, I find 10, 12, 15, 20 times positive.
All right, so tell us about the event on Saturday and what can folks expect this weekend?
Well, it's a fundraiser luncheon, and a lot of people ask why St. Peter's is doing this for us, but St. Peter's has a long history of supporting the African American community. So it wasn't when I was told about this and the decision to make this a fundraiser for the African American Heritage Society, I really wasn't surprised. This weekend really is their Whit Sunday weekend, so they're expanding it to include the Saturday event to support our mission of establishing the Museum and Cultural Center.
All right, so what time does it start? Give us the address if you have it.
It starts at 11:45. It's going to be at West 7th Street Church of Christ, and
Which is right here beside you.
It's right beside you. Yes, yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Probably 320, maybe West 7th Street.
It may be.
If we're at 315, they're probably about 318 or 19.
Yeah, but it's right down the street. It's right next door to the parking lot where the post office is. Yeah. So,
all right, there you go. The African American Heritage Society of Maury County this Saturday at West 7th Church of Christ. You can come out and support their mission to build a cultural museum and heritage museum here in Murray County. And we hope to see you there. Again, Joanne McClellan of the African American Heritage Society of Murray County with us today. And thank you so much for being here and telling us all about it.
Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. We'll see you right back with more on Mornings on Main Street.
Mid-Tennessee Bone and Joint treats your orthopedic injuries and existing conditions. Our trained physicians will get you back in the game faster. Contact us at 931-381-2663 or www.mtbj.net.
Attention Tennessee homeowners. Hi, we are Real Property Solutions, a local real estate investing group. We pay cash for all types of property, so you walk away with more money in your pocket because we eliminate any fees, closing costs, and commissions. Now the best part, we can buy your house as is, meaning you don't have to do a thing to your property. You get to take what you want, leave what you don't, and don't even worry about cleaning. We close on your timeline, whether that's 7 days or 70 days. Interested in selling? Just give us a call and we'll come out to your property and quote you a cash offer within 24 hours. Please call 615-527-8750. That's 615-527-8750.
The City of Columbia rededicated a portion of US 31 on Saturday as a Blue Star Memorial Highway with a ceremony at Columbia Fire Station No. 5 in Neapolis. County Commissioner Gabe Howard and Columbia firefighter Chris Chumley spearheaded the project to move the plaque from behind the fire station on Old Nashville Highway to the front of the station where it can now be seen along the main road.
The Blue Star program honors all men and women that have served in the United States Armed Forces. This program began with the planting of 8,000 dogwood trees by the New Jersey Council of Garden Clubs in 1944 as a living memorial to veterans of World War II. In 1995, National Council of State Garden Clubs adopted this program and began a Blue Star highway system that covers thousands of miles across the continental United States, Alaska, and Hawaii. I will now be even more proud to pass by Columbia Fire Station 5 and see the new Blue Star Memorial that appreciates armed forces and was dedicated May 20th, 2023, Armed Forces Day. Thank you.
Chumley's dedication to completing the project and getting it done in time for the service on Armed Forces Day didn't go unnoticed.
But it's an event that required a lot of planning. As Chris mentioned, he's very humble. He didn't point out that really and truly without his leadership and energy dedicated to the project, this project would not have happened. So I think we should all give Chris Chumley a round of applause. I will have to admit, I wasn't too familiar with what a Blue Star meant. I'd always in my mind thought that it was just for active armed services, which I think it has sort of evolved to that. Although I think it could also encompass just really all of our armed service, military, active, and veterans. But I like the active piece because we know that there are a lot of celebrations and honors that we have for our veterans, including Veterans Day, obviously Memorial Day, which we have coming up, which honors the ultimate sacrifice. But to me, the Blue Star is something that when we honor and dedicate, we're honoring those who are serving actively.
When Chumley asked Howard to help out with the project, he didn't hesitate, but there was a small problem with his agreeing without much thought.
A year ago, I was asked if I wanted to be part of this memorial and the dedication. And truthfully, I wasn't sure what a Blue Star Memorial was, but I said yes. Marines tend to do that. This memorial serves as a heartfelt thank you to them. It stands as a testament of our collective acknowledgement of their sacrifices and in the enduring gratitude. Today, as we dedicate this Blue Star Memorial, we say to them and to their families, we see you, we honor you, and we remember you.
Honoring those individuals was important to both Howard and Chumley, which is why they took this project on.
You know, whenever Mr. Chumley reached out to me, I just said yes, not really understanding what the Blue Star Memorial was. Why is it important to me? I think being a Marine, even though I served a very short period of time in the Marine Corps, honoring the sacrifices that military families make and, especially here in our community, those folks, that's important to me, to get behind those missions, to get behind those people and honor them, and very proud to be part of this.
The Blue Star Memorial is important to me because I've always surrounded myself with mentors and individuals that I look up to. Many of those individuals are veterans themselves, and being able to appreciate and support the men and women who stand up for my family's safety and our freedoms in this country means everything to me. To be able to give them a new dedication and a new memorial to look at as they drive past Columbia Fire Station 5 every day means the world to me.
Reporting from Columbia, I'm Chris Yow.
Jones & Lang Sporting Goods here in Columbia has been outfitting teams, officials, and anybody else from T-ball to college for 50 plus years. Be sure and check them out at 931-388-8060 or online at jonesandlang.com. Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
Zion Christian Academy, zioneagles.org or 931-388-5731. You can schedule your appointment. Go tour their campus. It is beautiful over there, and you're definitely going to want to see it. Again, it's zioneagles.org. Give them a call, 931-388-5731, and schedule your tour today.
Yeah, last week was unfortunately a tough one for our area teams, but that does put a bow on our spring sports season. We have coverage from all of our region tournament action. Richland softball unfortunately fell in a very, very heartbreaking game on Monday night. Tuesday night, both Giles County and Richland boys soccer teams fell in their region semifinal games. And then Thursday, in a game, the doubleheader, in fact, that was broadcast by yours truly on Pulaski Citizen Live. The Raiders go over to McKenzie over in West Tennessee. They dropped the first game 5-2. The Bats kind of never really got going for Richland in that game. And game number 2, however, kind of came alive. Had a nice little effort, a spirited offensive effort for Richland in the second inning in that contest. But as the game wore on, McKenzie's depth and McKenzie's hitting kind of proved to be the tipping point, for lack of a better term, there in that second contest as they wore Richland's bullpen down and eventually pulled away. Big 8-run inning in the 6th that kind of really put the nail in the coffin for Richland. That ends what was a really kind of a storybook run for the Raiders, who, again, 18 years at the helm. Head coach Troy Hughes will be departing. We'll have a full story on Coach Hughes' retirement coming up in a future edition of the Pulaski Citizen. So that's kind of what was in this past week's paper. Looking ahead, we've got big news coming out on a partnership with Giles County Little League. They have some very big things coming up in the month of June that we are proud to be a part of, both with Pulaski Citizen, Main Street Media, and Pulaski Citizen Live. So stay tuned for updates on that. A reminder, if you have missed any part of our Pulaski Citizen Live broadcast schedule, you can listen to those ball games in their entirety by visiting PulaskiCitizen.com, clicking on Pulaski Citizen Live, or you can download the Mixler app and search PCL GCHS or PCL Richland. And as always, you can catch us 24/7 online at PulaskiCitizen.com. Having a good, confident smile and being able to portray that positivity to others is really helpful.
A professional family atmosphere is what we get every time we come here.
Our hygienists do a better job at kind of assessing mouths and coming up with plans than most dentists do.
They're very kind and they're very aware of other people.
I think if there's things that I would want you to leave here with, I want you to feel like you were heard, that we listened to you, and I want you to feel like that your concerns were addressed.
Hey folks, happy Wednesday. Ben Luna here with you in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center. Again, tracking, yep, you guessed it, more scattered storms for today. Not many though, as we head through the afternoon, just enough moisture in the atmosphere. We'll set off maybe 1 or 2 little sprinkles across the region, hugging close to the I-40 corridor across the mid-state through the mid-afternoon, and then those will filter from the north to the south as the day progresses. Now, almost in a sense, we can copy and paste this outlook to the day tomorrow. A dry start in the morning and then a smidgen of a few scattered storms here for your Thursday afternoon. Temperatures not half bad, right around 80 degrees for today and tomorrow. And keep in mind those rain chances on the lower side between 10 and 20% area wide. Those numbers do increase for tomorrow, for Friday though, as we do close in toward the weekend. Showers and thunderstorms will be here Friday afternoon and evening. Some of that will spill over into early Saturday before conditions improve again on Sunday. That's a quick check on your forecast. Thank you for watching. Here's a final look at the 7-day weather outlook. Make it a great Wednesday, and we'll talk to you soon.